call these implements of destruction. But it's what you do when you want to do that. Or at least it's what I'm doing nowadays, because now I still split wood by hand sometimes. I don't mind it. But I figured out years ago I could do a lot more wood a lot easier if I did it with a log splitter. So that's going to make me a hypocrite maybe for what I'm fixing to talk about, because I'm just tired enough to talk about something. Acorns falling. It's fall. A lot of work to do. Can't get caught up. But it's also deer season coming up this weekend. Our firearms deer season here in Missouri. What's that got to do with a log splitter? Stay tuned. That's all. I'll come to a point, I promise. D.W. Verts, Hickbilly Outdoors. It's a beautiful fall afternoon, and I'm tuckered. And that's just the second load that I've done today. Oh, I cut this big booger up, and I'm telling you what, it's getting hard. I'll be right back. This is literally the first time I've stopped since about 8 o'clock this morning. Not complaining, it's just been a day, except for driving down the road, hauling wood, going back home to get some log chain while it goes, things like that. Here I am. I gotta haul this load. This is a little piece of property I'm on, belongs to a friend and a customer of mine in my restaurant. 2 weeks ago he asked me if I could take a tree out. The power company had it dropped because they put a new service in, new pole. And I said, sure, I'll get it. Well, need to get it for deer season. I said, perfect, I can get it for deer season. Well, that was 2 weeks ago, and it's deer season. The tree was way bigger than what he told me, and takes more equipment. I really could have brought a tractor over probably and made it easier on myself. It's not even my wood. I'm hauling it to another neighbor and a friend of ours, customer in the restaurant. They're older folks, and they need all the firewood they can get. So I've been hauling firewood on and off. So this will be a good load for them. I'm not done yet. Enough rambling on that. It's deer season, firearm season in Missouri. I still ain't been bow hunting. It's tough. I haven't been fishing or nothing. I've been trying to catch up on chores. But the correlation between this log splitter, that chainsaw, that four-wheel drive truck with fuel injection, and what I'm going to talk about, I think you can draw some pretty good parallels there. I'm not going to talk about forward-seeking radar love. I'm not going to talk about that. Modern technology is what this is about, kind of a rant. Kind of. I'm not talking about golden earring bass fishing. Not this time. I'm going to talk about deer hunting, which I don't do anymore. I have no say-so. My dog ain't been in this hunt for 8 years to speak of. And I've got buddies of mine, if they watch this, and at least one or two of them will because they're silly. Don't get offended. It's just me. I just rail on. I ain't important. My opinion means nothing. But technology sucks, and you put in the outdoors, it sucks more. You put in a deer hunting and fishing, and it's like, I don't know. It's like having Bill Clinton for president all over again. That ain't whatever. That's not what it's like. More specifically, trail cameras. Man, everybody's got them. I mean, everybody. Look at the deer I saw. Look at this picture. Look at this one. Look at that one. Man, I talk all the time, and I as serious as I can be about the majesty and the majesty and magic, the sense I get in the outdoors, and I obviously like to do things kind of the hard way. It gives me better excuse when I fail. But these folks are taking pictures of these deer all year long, and ain't no secrets hardly no more. Not very many. I've got a buddy of mine. He may watch this. I'm giving it whatever. He's gonna keep doing it, so he don't care what I say. 15 seconds is what it takes for him to get that picture sent to his phone. 15 seconds. Oh my. He knows on his 160 something acres about everything that goes on. They name these deer. When I was a kid, somebody'd see a big old buck, get a glimpse of him, maybe miss him during hunting season. See him go across the road at night following a doe. And it was mystique. Have you heard about that buck? Have you seen that buck? Hardly anybody ever did, but yeah, they heard about those deer. Kind of cool. And once in a while somebody got those deer. Nowadays they name them before they ever put them on the ground. And maybe we did back then. I remember I called a deer once bullwinkle. I saw him twice. He was, you like that. I wasn't good enough to get him. Maybe if I had camera and forward-seeking sonar on my bow. No, wait, what? I don't get it. And my buddies show me these pictures, and I try not to be rude, but I just don't get it. I saw two decent bucks today traveling up and down this road between here and the house and here and the neighbors. I'd rather see them like that. I don't get it. And hey, how about this part? Man, I ain't seen no bucks on my trail cameras. What? I don't know where they're at. Man, I ain't finding no bucks on my cameras at all. You finding any does? Yeah, I got a lot of does. Buddy, it's the first week of November. You're doing fine. Because that's what you want. You want the does. The bucks will come to you. They freak out. They get all down and discouraged, and they need to find more place to hunt or a different place. The magic of being in a tree stand before daylight. Comes legal time, you hear something. Is it a deer? Is it a squirrel? Is it a chipmunk? Is it Bigfoot? Yeah, right. That magic, man. Come on, y'all. The self-gratification, that's what my wife calls it. It's a whole clique of people. But one of the guys going to watch this video, you're Bill. He's 74, I think. He uses his camera. I had one once. I still got one. I don't know where it's even at. Probably with my Garmin GPS and my rangefinder, my laser rangefinder. That's probably where it's at, because I ain't seen them forever either. The guy gave me the GPS, and I bought the rangefinder. It's kind of fun for a little bit, see how far away I can shoot something. I bought one because I had bad guys stealing stuff. And that winter, I put it in the woods before the second youth season here in Missouri, see if it was a spot to take my daughter deer hunting. It was. She didn't get one, but that's another story. That's another story about crazy people. I'll probably never tell that one, because he's still my neighbor. I don't know where that camera's at. It's so outdated. I think it was a digital. I know it was digital. It wasn't like a Polaroid, was it? Been, say, 8 years ago. So I've had one. Oh, the log splitter. Why do I get on rambling? The log splitter. What am I thinking? Yeah, I'm using this technology. I'm using a log. When I bought this one, isn't mine. It's my neighbor's. It's another story. She lives right here behind this. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was shamed 15, 17 years ago when I bought my first log splitter. I went that long. I'd had a stroke, and I felt like that log splitter would help me. So yeah, I fell back. I was ashamed. I was afraid somebody'd see me pulling that thing home. That's how silly I am. I don't use compound bows with training wheels on them either. If you do, great. Hey, all this stuff that's legal, as long as you're not breaking the law, and as long as you feel morally good about yourself and you feel it's all fine and dandy, just not in Dale's world. Dale's world's a pretty confused place. I've worked all day and I'm gonna have to work tomorrow in 75-degree weather to get this wood done and even my firewood. Dale lives in a strange place, but Dale's all right. He's a freak, but now he's talking about him in third person. It's been a long day. I've drank a gallon and a half of water. It's only 64 degrees. Modern technology. Deer hunting and fishing. Cool for y'all, I guess. I don't get it, but the world's moved on and it's moved on without me. Fine and dandy. Hope y'all have a safe deer season. Be careful out there. God bless. We'll talk at you later.